Way deep beneath the green hills of northern Spain, there are two completely different worlds just lying in wait. So today, we're going underground in a region called Cantabria to explore two incredible treasures, one carved by nature itself, and the other, well, that one was painted by the very first human artists. So I want you to think about this for a second. What if a single place on Earth could give you a window into not one, but two totally distinct, unimaginably ancient pasts? One created by the slow, patient work of geology, and the other by the very first sparks of human creativity. Well, that place actually exists. It's Cantabria. And yeah, on the surface, it's this absolutely stunning landscape of mountains and coastline. But its greatest secrets, the truly profound wonders, they're not in plain sight. Nope, they're buried, just waiting for us to find them, below ground. You see, to really understand Cantabria, you have to go underground. It's like taking a journey back in time, where the stories aren't written down in books, but are literally etched in stone and painted with ancient pigments. And get this isn't just some local secret. The region is home to a staggering 10 prehistoric caves that have all been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. 10! That number alone tells you we are talking about a place of massive, global significance for all of human history. All right, so let's start with our first treasure. Now, this one isn't a story of human history, not yet anyway. This is a story of deep, deep geological time. It's a place called El Soplao, and it's an absolute masterpiece of natural art that was discovered entirely by accident. You know, the cave's origin story is kind of baked right into its name. El Soplao is an old mining term, and it basically means the blow or the puff. It's that sudden rush of air that miners would feel when they broke through a tunnel wall and whoosh, suddenly hit a vast open chamber they had no idea was there. So this incredible geological wonder was completely hidden from human eyes until 1908. That's when some miners, who were just digging around for zinc and lead, accidentally punched a hole into this unbelievable crystalline world. The mine eventually closed down, but in the 21st century, El Soplao was reborn as a geological park for the entire world to come and see. So what makes El Soplao so special? Well, for cave experts, speleologists, it's an absolute paradise. I mean, beyond the usual stalactites and stalactites you'd expect, it's famous for its incredible amount of helictites. These things are just bizarre, delicate formations that look like they're defying gravity, twisting and turning in every direction. It's all because of how water seeps through tiny pores in the rock, building these crystals sideways and even straight up. It's wild. Someone who visited described it as a true play of shadows and lights and a festival of sensations. And that really captures it. It's this totally immersive journey into a world sculpted purely by water and minerals over thousands and thousands of years. Okay, so that was the art of geology. Now let's completely shift gears to the art of humanity. Because in this very same region, another set of caves holds a completely different and much, much older story. And the contrast here is just stunning. You've got El Soplao, a masterpiece made by natural processes, only discovered about a century ago. And then you have these prehistoric caves, masterpieces made by early humans, with art that dates back over 35,000 years. Two different artists, two completely different timelines, all happening in the same region. It's mind-boggling. To give you an idea of how important these are, there's this one phrase that's been used to describe what might be the most famous prehistoric site in the entire world. It's been called the Sistine Chappel of Quaternary art. Quaternary just means the Ice Age. And they were talking, of course, about the legendary cave of Altamira. What a perfect way to capture its importance. But Altamira is just the beginning. The diversity here is breathtaking. I mean, just imagine standing in the El Castillo cave, a space that was a home for over 150,000 years. Then there's Hornos de la Peña, a place where some of the last Neanderthals and the first Homo sapiens actually lived side by side. And then you go to caves like Covillanes, and you see this completely different style, beautiful animal figures made entirely of dots and lines. It just leaves you wondering, was this for a ritual, planning a hunt, or was this simply the dawn of storytelling? So this all sounds incredible, but how can you actually experience this tale of two treasures? Well, the great thing is, Cantabria has made these ancient worlds accessible, allowing for a modern-day adventure into two very different pasts. So a visitor today can literally ride a replica mining train right into the heart of El Soplao to see those geological marvels.
Then you can head over to the stunningly accurate replica of El Tamira, the Neo Cave, to witness the power of those 35,000-year-old bison. And finally, you can go and stand in a real cave like El Castillo, a place that was a home for longer than we can possibly even imagine.
When you really boil it down, what Cantabria offers is something incredibly unique. It's a chance to take two parallel journeys. One goes deep into our planet's history, a story of mineral and water, and the other goes deep into our own story, the dawn of human consciousness and art. So just imagine you're standing there, at the entrance to these two worlds. One is filled with glittering natural crystals, and the other with ancient painted animals on the walls. Which journey do you take first? The one into the Earth's past, or the one into humanity's?